So Mike Pence unveiled his economic proposal should he become president. This has everything to do with Christian nationalism and dominion theology, so let's talk about it. And this is an important conversation because of the threat of Christian nationalism to our country, but also if you're deconstructing. Want to know why you're triggered by Mike Pence? It's because he's the epitome of the white Christian male who represents religious patriarchy. And if you are like me, you had a lot of negative experiences with that. So let's get into this. Now, Pence says that his economic proposal will address inflation. On the surface, that sounds good, but you know the devil is in the details. Let's start with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that Pence wants to eliminate. Now, that was founded in 2008. Why is that date significant? Because that's the year our country spiraled into the most severe financial crisis since the Great Depression. Now, there are a lot of things that happened, but basically from a consumer level, many people were put into adjustable rate mortgages, and when the interest rates started to go up, they could not afford their homes, and many went into foreclosure. Now, this clearly was a result of predatory lending practices, and that's what this Protection Bureau protects us against. So, of course, let's just do away with it because who cares about the consumer, right? But let's continue. Pence also wants to eliminate the Environmental Protection Agency. This is a federal agency that's only been around since the 70s, and it was established to protect human health and the environment. And it has worked. We cannot rely on big corporations to take care of us and our environment. So the EPA puts in regulations to ensure that our water and our air remain safe. And is the EPA perfect? Absolutely not. It's contingent upon who is in power, and oftentimes it's not doing enough to protect the environment. But without it, we would be in a lot worse shape than what we are now, especially as we are facing these climate crises that we are now with the extreme heat and the extreme water temperatures off the coast of Florida. And on the surface, you might ask, why would Pence do this? Who would support these kinds of policies? Well, I'll tell you who would support them. Christians. Now, that is mainly evangelical Christians, but you will find Christians who are supporting Mike Pence and Donald Trump throughout Christianity. And this is where we go into a rabbit hole because remember what Mike Pence said just last year. He's gaslighting us because he is saying that Americans do not have the right to freedom from religion. He's implying that that statement means that Christianity should be the dominant force in our country. So all of this leads us to a conversation about dominion theology. And if you're not sure what that is, dominion theology is the belief that Christians are divinely mandated to be in power over the entire earth, including all of its inhabitants. So people who believe in dominion theology believe that people have the right to all the resources in the world, and it's okay to deplete them. So dominionists just believe that the earth is a temporary place, and the most important thing that they are here to do is to convert people to Christianity. They actually believe that the destruction of the earth is a good thing because that will hasten the second coming of Jesus. They believe that the Bible teaches that the earth will be destroyed by fire, and all of the things that are happening right now is a sign that the end is near. That's why they don't care about how animals are treated. They don't care about the pollution in the waterways. They do not care about many of the social justice issues that many people outside of Christianity care about. And again, I'm basically speaking about evangelical Christians or in the high controlled denominations, but you know what I'm talking about. Don't come at me and say not all Christians. Now, obviously, you can see the danger here. This is blurring the line between personal religious beliefs and the power and control of our nation. But what's important here for you to understand is that Mike Pence is signaling to this base because he wants their support. And he's letting them know without saying it out loud that he believes that Jesus is returning soon, and the faster we destroy the environment, the quicker he'll return. And literally, to hell with the rest of us, because if we're not willing to convert to their type of Christianity, that's where they believe we are going. Now, you can see how toxic this theology is and how dangerous it is for all of us. And this is why it's very important for you to pay attention to these presidential candidates, because especially for those of you who are trying to still find a foothold in Christianity as you're deconstructing, these people are not your heroes. The only people that they are ensuring that are going to be in power are the people who look like, love like, and believe like they do. There's no room for anyone else at the top, and you can see what they're doing across the states. You must be paying attention to what's happening in your state as well. I've said this before and I've said it again. Mike Pence is no one's friend. He is just as dangerous as Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump. And the reason why Pence is dangerous is because he actually believes in dominion theology, and he is the epitome of the Christian nationalist. Stay awake, use your voice, and vote.